Hi you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Welcome back to another process video. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and focusing on my one little word album. I haven't shared anything from that before. I think mostly because there hasn't really been anything to show in a process video. So this month I'm working on is July, and it's all about manifestos and it's all about words of encouragement that you need to hear this month. And so I'm going to be working on that. Allie's definitely encouraging you to be artistic with this, though, you know, you can do it any way you want, but I'm definitely going to play around in the minimal way that I play around. Right here I've got some watercolor paper. This is just Strathmore watercolor paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's nothing special, you know, it's cold press. It's just what I have and just what I use. I cut it into 2 4x4s and 1 3x4. So what I'm thinking about doing is having it look like this, and I'm actually working with a 8.5x11 album, and so it's a little bit different than the 6x8 pocket pages, and they actually don't have a pocket page that has this configuration. So I'm going to end up just taking a blank 8.5x11 full sheet pocket page and then just using the fuse tool and make a page protector myself. So that'll be cool to see that come together. The other thing that I'm going to be using is these embossing folders, and I'm going to just put them right through my machine, and it's going to emboss the design right on it. Really cool. And in doing that, I'm going to use these distress inks, and I'm going to do the smooshing effect that I've done before, and it was Laura Baston's the first person that I saw doing it. So I will show you that technique. I also have another video showing that technique as well. So this is going to be very similar to that video, except I'm going to be doing some embossing. And then I'm going to be putting on top of it the words of encouragement, the things that I want to focus on with these letters. I was thinking about doing it with some stamps, but all the alpha stamps that I have are just too big. So I'm going to be using this. This is from American Crafts, just some thickers, and these are foamy thickers. And that's it. So I'm just going to get started. The first thing that I'm going to do, oh, and yeah, I am going to be using probably maybe this stamp set, this Yes I Can. So we'll pull that out in a minute. So I'm bringing over my Sizzix Big Shot, and I'm just going to show you how I set this up, because I feel like every time I do these embossing folders I need to remember how I did it, and now I can't find, oh, here it is. I'm going to say I need 2 plates. So you need to open it up to level 1, and right here it's opened up to level 2. So you don't need as much height. So you want to open it up to level 1 and then put one of these down. And I'm going to take, let's see, I definitely want to do the plus. So I'm just going to put it down. And then I'm taking the other plate and I'm putting it on top. And then I'm just going to run it through like this. And you'll see that it comes out with a really, really great texture on the paper. It's really great, and it looks really good when you start adding some of the watercolor effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to do the smooshing, which is the fun part. And I need some plastic, so I think I'm just going to take the plastic from the back of this. Well, that's a little, let's see, this one's, I'll take it from this. And you can just clean it off and reuse it. And Then I've decided to use this weathered wood, which I think looks a little gray, and then this sponge sugar, which is pink, and then this yellow. Those are the colors that I'm kind of feeling right now. And then I've just got some scratch, what is this, paper towel. And I've got a little bottle of water. You could use any water, but I like how this is small spritz. And so I'm just going to get started. this will be my configuration. I have this Becky Higgins, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I have this Becky Higgins 8x10 page protector. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in like so, and I'm gonna make my own page protector with the fuse tool. So I'm gonna grab this glass since it's pretty hot. And I'm gonna use, this has been sitting on for a bit. It kind of does take time. Just wanna make sure it's snug in there. And I'm gonna use the paper as the edge. Takes a couple tries, but it's actually quite easy to use. Isn't that cool? I love that. So now I just need to trim that off, and I'm going to take that off camera. So what I want to do is I want to add a picture on the back side of this, even though I think this is pretty cool in and of itself. So I'm just going to carefully cut, and that's why I meant like I wish I had given myself a little bit more room here, because there's not a ton of space to cut, but I'm just going to gently cut the top. Doesn't feel like it's cutting at all, but it is, so that's good. All right, so this is what it turned out to look like, and you watched me do this sped up, so I didn't really get to talk about what it all means, but being open to change is something that I'm really working on. Open is actually a word that I've almost picked for my one little word like 3 years in a row, but other things have been kind of calling to me. It's been in the back of my head for a long time, which is sort of sad because I'm still working on it. But I want to be open to change. There's the opportunity for some possibly really big changes in our lives coming up in the next few months or the next year. So I want to be open to that change. I want to be open to what is next. And then being all in, and you saw that I was kind of working with confidence. That's something else that I've really been thinking about, is just having more confidence. But this being all in is something that keeps coming up, something that I want to remind myself is to, not just to get my feet wet, but to jump in and immerse myself, living fully without any regrets and, letting go of that fear. So that's something that has been coming back to my mind as well. So I also ended up printing this picture, and it's funny because I did this picture in Lightroom, and then I printed it out and I cut it so that it would fit in these page protectors, right? And I added this great little turn the page, which is, a play on the next chapter and not being afraid to just turn the page and go for it, be all in. So anyway, I cut it up to fit in these page protectors this way. But I had to laugh because when I went to go put it in, right, it doesn't fit. And I was gonna reprint it, but like I actually kind of liked it, and you really can't tell. I mean, if you really look at it, you can. But I guess this way I don't know if it looks more like a picture or if it looks more like, you know, just a collage of pictures. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it this way. And I kind of like that it's a little unique in that regard. And so I'm excited to add this to my one little word book, and I will do an, maybe I'll do a walkthrough if people are interested. This is a little tight. Okay, sorry, I think I was in the middle of saying that I would do a walkthrough of my album in case anyone is interested in kind of seeing what I've done with some of the prompts. Pretty excited about the way this turned out. This is simple and it's me and just what I need right now. So anyways, you guys, thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.